and welcome to the Azbadarian Aspect podcast, hosted by yours truly. So, yeah, I've done a bit of work on the channel over the past few days, and hopefully, monthly podcasts will be a thing. I'm flying solo tonight. I've no co host or guest because Lenny's back to the States. He couldn't join me for this one or for Discord, but yeah, I decided it's healthy that I tell you what's going on with the channel, what the plans is, and stuff like that. Um, so anyway, I've done a bit of work on thumbnails, channel art, etc., and I'm pretty proud of it. I mean, it's the finest MS Paint can offer, so that's what we're stuck with. But I'm pretty happy with it. Yeah, but anyway, I had to back to school now, so I kind of couldn't do a podcast for the last month or so. But hopefully I'll do them at the start of each month, and hopefully that'll become a thing. But yeah, anyway, I decided I'd come on talk about stuff that happened last month, things like that. And we've one viewer at the moment, so hello all one of yous. Yeah, but over the last few months, let's think, we'd that arrogant YouTuber boxing match. So I mean, most of it was fake beef, I'd say. I mean, like, the majority of it, I'd say, was fake. I'm not saying the fight was rigged. I mean, they had the document was out. Like, you could see they had another fight scheduled, but I wouldn't go as far to say it was rigged. There's a fair chance it was rigged, but I wouldn't bank on it being that it was rigged. Undercards were fun to watch. I mean, I didn't pay for it. I mean, Twitch had so many pirated streams. There's about 50 people in one group that kept stream hopping. But like, you'd miss bits, but that's it. I think the full thing's being released next week. I'm not sure. They released Logan Paul and excuse me. They released the Logan Paul and KSI fight yesterday on the official channel. I mean, €8 is a bit much. I mean, the whole idea of it being YouTube was it isn't mainstream media, and therefore, free to watch in traditional YouTube ways, but, it's their boxing match. They had to make the money somewhere, but I'm sure they could have made the money off actual ticket sales, but it's all one big cash grab if you ask me. But either way, it's fun to watch. I mean, there's no doubt, like, it was boxing, like, it was proper boxing, whether it was fake or not, But, they still had broken noses and stuff like that. The Face Sensei and, Overflow, was it? I honestly can't remember some of the names. But, that was a really good fight. I mean, they're both skilled MMA fighters, and, God, Sensei was absolutely mad at the end of that fight. But either way, that was some match to watch. Like, that was entertaining enough. But let me think now. Scarce and Raka Raka. Fair juice to Scarce. Like, he lost the weight and he was able to get into the ring and stuff like that. But I mean, Raka's whole channel is revolved around wrestling, so there's a bit of a difference there. Either way, it's still, fair juice to Scarce. I mean, it took a fair few knocks before it was a TKO, so, well, I think it ended with a TKO. Correct me if I'm wrong. Pirated streams only last so long before the ads come on, But yeah, that was another good fight. I missed a load of undercards because I was late to watch the streams, so I'll watch them all now once the whole event is free uploaded. But yeah, good to see stream health is okay. It's all green. Yeah, but yeah. Any other news past month? All the Thai boys got out of the cave, so it was good to hear, that they're all safe and sound home. I think they had to go through therapy. I'm sure they had to, because that'd be fairly rattling. But it's good to hear they all survived. I believe there was one Navy SEAL died in the rescuing, which was one life that didn't have to be lost. I'm sure there was a mistake. Someone cut a corner somewhere. Sad to hear, but it's good that all the coach and all the players got out. But yeah, just check the old analytics here. We got one viewer. Yeah, sorry, I don't know what really I should talk about. I mean, it's just myself on the podcast tonight, so yeah. But let me think. Anything else that happened past month? It's tough to think, because like you have all these news stories in your head, but then they all leave you, because me being the fool I am, I didn't write them all down. But yeah, articles coming out on Azbadarian aspect. We got a good few coming out. I haven't written any articles yet. Actually, I really should start writing them, but I'm in an exam year in school, so I'm kind of busy at the moment. But I'll get around to it at some stage. It won't be as frequent as Lenny with writing them, but I can try. So yeah, the podcast is my main focus at the moment. I mean, like it's my speciality, But yeah, and I'm hoping to get a few guests on. Maybe nothing, no one too big, but they're different old people around the place, Hopefully gonna get a meme account admin on. Hopefully next month. That'll be good, just conversations about that. Actually, that's one Carl or Stefan Carl Stephenson. You might know him as Robbie Rotten, or the villain out of We Are Number One, the meme song. He passed away of cancer last month, which was unfortunate, but it was a long battle. So yeah, he had plenty of support on the internet and on Reddit and stuff. So he'll be missed. But yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna have a meme account admin on. You should. I'll tell you who it is. Once the podcast is live, and you can go check out his account. But yeah. Hopefully I can get Lenny onto another podcast. You see, I'm doing it all by Discord, so it's long distance, right? So we'll see how that goes. And yeah. Let me think. Any other articles now? Yeah, we've had a few very kind of very how would you say, yeah, very deep articles at the moment. They're not really kind of lightweight theory articles. They're all heavy topics, like we had one come out on abortion and kind of the morality of it. And to be honest with you, it's such a heavy topic. I really, at the moment, I don't feel like in the mood to get into my stance on it, because it's a very, very sensitive topic. But you can go check out Lenny's opinion on it over at the website. And yeah, and what was the other one that came out now? Let me think. Let me see there. I'll just open up the website and we'll see what we have for ones coming out. Yeah, but yeah, that one came out. The last one before the kind of break, over the summer, we came back there with 2 articles. The other one was the recent scandals in the Catholic Church, and to be honest with you, it's sickening, but like abuses, the Reformation and stuff like that, you learn about it in school. You can see certain similarities, but it's sickening what happened, and I don't think it should happen again. And that's my opinion on it. But yeah, the Pope came over to Ireland, actually the same weekend as the YouTube boxing match, so I was kind of half and half between watching two celebrities pucker the stuff out of each other and the Pope kissing the foreheads of children, you know. You know the way he'd be going around and he's a car kind of thing where he stands up in the back of it and he's a trained fella driving it, although it only does about 40 miles an hour, I'd say at best. But yeah. He was over anyway, and it's been 40 years, but religion is a big part of Irish culture. Anyway, it used to be, but yeah. Anyway, that kind of was also linked with the whole abuse scandal, and he was pressed by the media to give a response about it, and yeah, it was interesting enough. You know, he was very involved with it in private, but he didn't make too many open statements about it, in my opinion. He did make one open statement, and I believe he said something. He said something anyway, and his translator looked at him and said, "Are you sure you really want to say that?" And he said some very stern stuff about the bishops that covered up the whole scandal thing, and that was interesting in my opinion. You should go check it out. I'd say there's videos of it on YouTube, you know. But yeah. But anyway, just trying to think of any other news there over the past month. Yeah. Anyway, I've got school over here, so it's gonna be a lot less activity on my behalf. I'm sure all the rest of you have school as well, most of the viewers here. But I'm sure you have school as well, but it's time consuming, a lot of you'd know. So I would I'm trying to keep the podcast because it's only once a month I have to do it, so I should be able to produce it. But my channel, my personal channel, is gonna suffer because of school, so I'm gonna hope I can keep that going. Go subscribe to tadhgro, by the way, for some high impact Skyrim gameplay, you know, once a week. Actually, I have to start uploading them again. I might start that soon, but enough plugging my channel. Yeah, so this is the third podcast we're doing. So we got, like, I'm gonna read through trending, see what we have going on in the YouTube scene anyway. Yeah, a lot of it's back to school. Sia released a song called LSD. Yeah, but I know it's Thunderclouds. I can't read song titles, I swear to God. Yeah. A lot of it is about the KSI Logan Paul fight, and yeah, Eminem dropped a new song called Kamikaze, and yeah. But anyway, yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on really last month. Yeah. So I've decided for the rest of the podcast I'm just gonna talk about a single topic. I mean, it's difficult because I don't have someone else to talk to, so I can't have a debate as such. But I can try. So I'm gonna talk about school, and we're not gonna talk about the negatives. We're gonna talk about the positives for a change. A lot of you are gonna find that pretty difficult to find the positives in that hellhole, but right, we'll start off anyway with it teaches you the bare minimum you need to know to survive in the real world. And I say bare minimum because it actually lacks, but you know, I mean, you have to know some sort of like basics English skill just to compose a sentence, you know, stuff like that. I'm not saying you need to know what some old boy wrote about 200 years ago about like some crowd getting poisoned in a theatre or something like that, you know. I don't even know where I was going with that one, but some of it's a bit excessive. history is important to a point. Like, yeah, history shouldn't repeat itself, stuff like that. But like, do we really need to know what a shed in like a couple thousand years ago was called, like, or something like that, you know? But yeah, um, so like obviously specific things are important if that's your field of study you want to go into. Like if you want to become a scientist, then certain fields of science class will be handy to you. But how many, like if you take a look around your class next time you're in school and just see like how many people here would realistically make a breakthrough in science, you know? Probably none. I mean, there's the art class now that will have one, but probably none of them. Like, you know, like business class is debatable. I mean, recently, like with the new school system and stuff, they're kind of trying to teach more useful skills, but like, yeah, I mean, it's all very vague. Like it's only touching on topics, you know. Like I still don't know how to pay my taxes, you know, and I looked through the entire book and it doesn't go into one detail. Like, yeah, like stuff like that anyway, you know, specific things. I mean, I know I'm complaining about the school system now as well, but so, you know, sometimes you just be looking at it like, do I need to know this, you know? Like, you know, like some of it is a bit extreme, you know. I mean, they're teaching you everything related to it, like, you know. It's, I find it to be a bit excessive, but that's just me, you know. So, if any of you have any other opinions on it, feel free to comment about it in the comment section below. Yeah, don't forget to drop a like on this podcast, share it around, turn on post notifications so you know when I'm going live, and you know when to join the conversation, you know. But yeah, if anyone wants to get their opinion heard and on the podcast, feel free to DM me on Instagram over at tadhgro, and I'll try and hook you up with a Discord guest to the podcast chat, and yeah, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, if you want to talk about anything, like anything at all, you know, someone else will find it relevant, you know, so you can just talk about it on the podcast, and you know, I'll question your thinking a bit, but I'll be acceptive of it, you know, like within reason, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, anyway, this podcast can be a bit shorter, you know. I it's just difficult talking on your own, you know, but it's just important that I get at least a podcast every month out, because we just need activity on the channel. That's what's needed. Yeah, if you like the new channel covers and banners, then please feel free to comment your opinion on it, anything you change, stuff like that. Yeah, any article ideas, if you want to write an article, feel free to submit it to azbadarwork@gmail.com, and that'll be published. We'll run through it, and if we have to change anything just for like certain reasons, we'll tell you about it before, and we'll let you change it. But it most likely we'll get to go through unedited. So yeah, and if you have an idea for an article and you're too lazy to write it, I mean, some of us just don't have the time, feel free to comment it, and we'll have a look into it and we can expand on the topic. Yeah, but yeah, anyway, yeah, so I might wrap up this podcast here. Sorry if it was a bit short and it was a bit lacking for what you normally are looking for, but it's you know, it's difficult. I need to have other people in the discussion with me, you know. It's hard to keep a conversation going on your own. But thank you for listening. If you did listen all the way through and up through my stuttering, you know, it's late. It's hard to talk for me. But anyway, thank you for watching, and we will see you all next month.